What's up, y'all? It's Hard Time Gaming. It is Saturday, and, well, here's what I decided. I am going to do it on this day, and probably upload it a little bit later on this afternoon. Oh, and, I do apologize for any potential background noise, because the nephew has been a real bad boy today. Let's just say I had to clean up a mess in the front room a little bit. Anyways. Something a little different. This is going to be featuring both the Blackjack X22 and the Blackjack X150 Gymkhana build. Or builds, I should say. The Blackjack X22 is a bit easier to do, but the X150, well, let's just say I had to really make me work for my do on that one. Oh, atrocious. Just his performance stats are just atrocious in general, so I had to really finagle that one. But right now, let's start off with the Blackjack X22. Now, you are going to be able... Now, this... In order for these all-drive drifting style builds or any Gymkhana builds to work, they're going to require all-wheel drive, for the most part. Especially if you intend to do what the legendary Kid Block did with these. Especially the Unicorn and the Hooter truck, at least. So, we will go through those steps we will go through that one particular step when we get there. But right now, let's get into the tune for it to be set up proper. Hail to the legend. Anyways, front spring length is going to be 7 centimeters, rear spring length 6 centimeters. Front rear spring stiffness 160. Front fast bump 4430. Rear fast bump 5550. Hold up. Ooh. Huh. Almost screwed up something there. Anyways, onwards. Front fast rebound 6680. Rear fast rebound 7750. Front bump 5000. Rear bump 6720. Front rebound 12,370. And rear rebound 13,720. Excuse me. Front toe negative 0.31. Rear toe negative 0.59. Front camber negative 4.98. Rear camber negative 2.09. Front anti-roll bar 95. Rear anti-roll bar 125. Caster zeroed out. Ackerman angle 50%. Keeping angle inclination and steering axis offset set to 0. This is a race modification. It's only allowed 48 degrees, which is fine. But what we're going to be doing is going to be pure insanity. And very few people are able to build these things right to be controllable. Front rear rim diameter 20 inches. Front rear tire width 325 millimeters. This is going to throw y'all for a loop here. Front tire pressure 100 kPa. Rear tire pressure 275. Front rear wheel adhesion 100%. Front wheel track 6. Rear base 4. Front rear tire profile 30%. Drivetrain. Transmission type. Well, you can choose whatever, but sequential sounds better. Differential type is going to be spool front to rear. Yes, it will spool lock both wheels, but interlocking axle does not exist. Let's see. Throttle drive ratio 3.90. First gear 3.80. Second gear 2.53. Third gear 1.70. Fourth gear 1.45. Ugh, some mounts. And fifth gear 1.25. Yeah, it's only a 5-speed, but that's just fine. You're going to be using at least the first 3, if not 4th at some point. Brake torque 2575. Front bias 75%. ABS to be recommended until said different otherwise. And launch controls, no, unnecessary. Alright. Now, this is going to be a controller required setting, but we will show it. Well, actually, let's not make a fool of ourselves here and go to test drive and see. Head off to the Navarro Air Base, plenty open space in the center. Excuse me. Now, let's go ahead and get into the center of Navarro. Makes for the perfect Gymkhana playground. A lot of open spaces, a couple of things to do. Hell, maybe even make your own Gymkhana course out here like I've had once before. There is a video on an older build of this ride, but not before I went, like, you know, Kim Block inspired with it, you know what I mean? But, anyways. You go into controls, advanced settings, see this? You want this off. Reason being, well, let me just show you, try to do it with controller assist on, because controller assist does, well, some level of self-steer. I mean, you can try and drift it like this, but I just want to constantly straighten out. Unless you do it just right. I might have to practice this with controller assist, but yeah, you see all four wheels are working. And yeah, we can launch it in second gear. All the wheels roll together, so now that's controller assist off. And this is also going to be required for the X150. You have the same variation. Tune's going to be different, of course, but execution is going to be key. See that? That's just how you do some serious work right here. Now you can drift this on your single player things and be pretty well aptitude. I do have my, you know, tire smoke intensity turned down, but when that shit's turned up, actually, let's go ahead and do that. Let's just crank her to the moon. Have a real smoke show. Oh, side note, if you are going to do that, you might want to change camera views, but for this is purely for show. Look at that sauciness. Now, despite being naturally aspirated, it still makes plenty of power, but prior to this update 2.16, it let's just say it was a slouch. I wish they would at least let us have swappable drivetrains for the ultimate setup so we could give her all the sauce, but till then, this is what we got. Just an absolute unit. Yes, you could try and tandem with this, but unless both vehicles are equal, both have the equal tune and driver to complement it, it's, this is next level advanced stuff. And it's difficult to tandem, believe me, I've tried it, it's a handful, but it can be done. Jesus Christ, kid, what are you doing? Anyways, that's the X22. Let's take it around the track at least. Oh! That just happened. I'll take it. This might be a mistake doing this. Oh, that's even worse. Oh, yeah. But it looks insane from the cabin view, though. But not recommended. Cam 7 is probably going to be your best bet if you're going. Trust me, I do way better than this. Just ignore all the fuck-ups. But yeah, camera 7 is probably your best bet if you're going to be using like all the smoke before you get on clips and stuff. I might do a Gymkhana show out here a little bit for recording at some point. Get a fresh new video on the previous one I did. That one might actually do better, but yeah. It is definitely a tribute to the king out there for sure. Oh man. It'd be hell driving with all the smoke from behind you. Now keep in mind, this is a wide-ass course to start with. Throw a 360 in there, why not? As long as this is taken, I might have to make it into a two-parter. But then again, I might as well just say screw it and just do it all in one go. I'll at least have an hour worth of recording to do anyhow. That's at least what PlayStation will allow, the console will allow anyways. I don't know why they even put limitations like that on there, unless they're worried about file size safety, which, why should they? We should be worried about that, not them. In a sense. But yeah, this is Blackjack X22 Gymkhana build. Using the race mod. At least till we get ultimate with, at least till ultimate. That probably one day, if ever, gets, you know, swappable drivetrain setups. Let's be honest. It'd be kick-ass to have at least 1,400 horsepower at your disposal with this. But probably more sketch to use. Alright, time to bring out the X150. Now, this one here is going to be a little, well, I could just say way less powerful, but I'll show you a reason why it's a pain in the ass to work with. It does have forced induction, but let's just say it's like barely meaningful forced induction of any type, turbocharged or otherwise. Look at those stats. Look at the rev limiter. Look at the max torque RPM. You see it? You see the problem here? There's no mid-range on this thing. It's either none of it or all of it. But I did figure out a way how to get around that. It's called crank the transmission out. Just crank the final drive ratio up into the 5s. All the acceleration. And it still makes decent speed. What the fuck? I mean, this truck was a serious mindfuck since it was first introduced into this game anyhow, so there you go. And it's like that all across the board. Except here. Where you got full range to do anything with it. Like I said. I feel like they slacked a little bit. Well, not a little bit. They slacked a lot of it. Anyways, let's get into tune for the X150. Front spring length is going to be 9 centimeters. Rear spring length 8 centimeters. Front rear spring stiffness 160. Front fast bump 4180. Rear fast bump 5910. Front fast rebound 12,300. Rear fast rebound 13,760. Front bump 6120. Rear bump 7790. That's a little too much there, honestly. But it's still gonna be stiff either way. Front rebound 20,230. Rear rebound 21,500. Front toe negative 0.31. Rear toe negative 0.60. Front camber negative 4.91. Rear camber negative 2.01. Front anti-roll bar 95. Rear anti-roll bar 125. Caster zeroed out. Acrobat angle 50%. Steering axis and kingpin angle inclination 0. Axis steering angle also 48 degrees. For the wheels, 20-inch wheels front to back. Tire width 325 front to back. Front tire pressure 100. Rear tire pressure 300 kPa. Wheel adhesion front to rear 100%. Front rear track 6. Rear base 0. Tire profile 35%. Excuse me. Transmission, same story. Sequential, spool, final drive wheel at 5.3. And this is a really tall custom 6-speed I've done. That's what I get for experimenting, but it will still work either way. First gear 1.90, second gear 1.45, third gear 1.25, fourth gear 1.05, fifth gear 0.85, and sixth gear 0.65. Now, there are some of my builds where I have these gears completely nullified, and I just use gears 1 through 4 in a tall manner for my pro cars. Less shifting involved, unlike my close ratios 5 to 6 speeds that I build. Alright, brakes. Brake torque 2870, front bite 75%, ABS active, launch controls no. Same story, gonna take her out to Navarro Air Base and let's party. Now, I'm gonna do something a little different here since we already know how to get it set up to do what we needed to do. I'm thinking about running my old Gymkhana course that I made way back to see if I can remember any of it. Oh, this ain't private, but screw it. It says we're going this way. Or not. Truck cat life, right? Now, where is that? Ah, here we are. My original spot to start the lot. Well, you're gonna see this thing in action too, so hopefully y'all got a good drink because it might take a minute. Yeah, see, I mean, RPMs suck on this. RPM settings on this thing really do suck. Really? Let's try it again. God damn it. Guess I'll have to go around the front axis of the plane because this thing does sit a little higher than the X22. Barely squeezed her there, but that's fine. that was bad. That's what I get for forgetting to set the cameras. Set up the camera I needed to be. I'm pretty sure this is not the exact layout that I use, but screw it. We're just screwing around at this point, right? The X22 is so much better for doing those, at least, because it sits way lower. Yep, this is the X150. Also Gymkhana build using the race modification. Hopefully you found both of these units at least. Well, useful, but you know, that word's pretty well subjective at this point, because these things are not, the race modification is not the greatest, and the tunes for these things and the way to drive are very tricky if you're not familiar with it. There's being God knows how many others that manage to pull it off, but there's some that actually get it right. Oh, that was neutral. Other than that, y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend, and remember, obey your local traffic laws. Stay safe out there. That was sloppy.